Welcome to my podcast.
Excited to be here.
I'm very happy to invite you. And I'm very glad that you actually sent me your YouTube channel. Or basically, I found it. And I like the videos, right? So I want to talk about the special effects, especially.
Yeah.
Because I really like the creativity, and I also want to talk about the process of the stories, because basically it's kind of like short films. So it has an idea, it has a story, and
Right.
I really, really enjoy it. So I'm definitely going to talk about this in my podcast, Girl with the Camera. So just please, firstly, just tell me about why you're doing what you're doing. Like, how did you start it, and why did you decide to become a videographer, and especially in special effects?
Well, it started way back when I was in middle school and high school. I remember doing these little short videos with my friends. We're just having fun and joking around, making these little skits. We were creating characters and recording with back then we were recording with the phone. Then I used my dad's camera, and I just remember feeling super excited to post something on the internet, on Facebook. I used to use Facebook as my main platform to share my videos, and yeah, just the excitement of sharing something that wasn't there before, that I fully created. It was something very special to me, and I fell in love with the process of, like, thinking about an idea. How can I create this character? How can I make it, like, how can the story evolve? And implementing all those visual effects. It was super exciting for me, and I guess that's where it all started. Middle school, just having fun with my friends.
How did you learn the special effects? So tell me, did you go to, is it self-taught, or did you go to school?
Yeah, everything was self-taught, from like recording to, editing, visual effects. The visual effect bit is something that I've always wanted to do. Actually, when I started making videos, the main reason why I wanted to do videos is because I wanted to create something crazy, like those Marvel movies, because I'm a huge fan. And I was a bit frustrated at the beginning because I couldn't wrap my head around, like, how can I make this happen? I didn't have the tools nor the knowledge to make it happen. And I remember I was digging on the internet. I was looking at the first video I wanted to make visual effects for was I wanted to create like a Harry Potter skit with my friend, and I looked at a YouTube tutorial on After Effects how to make this effect. And I think I was 14 or 15, and I couldn't understand anything that was going on. I remember feeling, I was like, no, there's no way I'll be able to do this one day. And, the more you watch these tutorials, the more you practice, the more you do, the more you learn. And now I got to a point where I know what I can do, and I can implement those visual effects as long as they make sense inside the story. So yeah, literally just like practicing, trying, filming myself in my room, and trying visual effects, see what works, what doesn't, and that's how I got to where I am. Yeah, in terms of like what I can do visually.
No, that's awesome. Like the fact that you learned everything yourself, and you didn't need to, like, basically YouTube helped you, like YouTube tutorials. Of course, it's the new age.
Exactly. YouTube is cool now. Yeah, YouTube is like, you can learn anything from YouTube, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible. I have to say, like, I love the effects that you create. Like, it's just super cool. And I want to talk more about that, but just tell me, like, because on your YouTube channel, so I found a couple of I can call it like short films, right? So for example, 2038 or
Yeah.
The Time, I think it was called. Those are your stories that you come up with, and then you decide to film it. And do you film it yourself, or there's somebody else involved? Take me through the process. Yeah.
So basically, first of all, I haven't posted on YouTube in like a year, I think. Last time I posted was December from last year. And I remember doing this challenge myself. I wanted, throughout the year 2020, I wanted to post at least one YouTube video a month. And it was very challenging, but, I told myself that I could do it, even though I had work and other stuff to do. And yeah, literally every month I used to come up with an idea that I just wanted to film and come up with a good concept. And then if I needed my friends to be in it, then I'll just reach out to them. And then I'll just find ways to implement those visual effects in them, in the videos. And I really liked doing this challenge because it taught me so much about how you can force yourself to be creative. If you go deep inside, like what you can do, and if you keep like writing down ideas and scrapping ideas and trying new things, you'll always be able to come up with something that you like and that you can actually do. And that was the most interesting thing about this whole year challenge of posting on YouTube.
Will you continue at some point?
You know what? That's a good question. I miss it because I feel like when I create stuff for myself, it's completely different to when I create something for other people, and I put way more passion into creating something that I'm going to use for myself, and I actually do miss it. And I'm working on something for this the end of this year that eventually will end up on YouTube, hopefully. It's going to be something that I've never really done before. It's going to be like a very, very short film, but I'm excited to be back for that project.
Very exciting. Can you say more, or you want to keep it a secret?
I'll keep it a secret, and it's still on the. I'm still like conceptualizing, and I'm trying to figure out how to thread the story, because it's going to require a lot of time, energy, and money as well. So it's a long process, but I just enjoy it. When I know I'm going to be creating something for myself, it's very different. There's a new dimension to it that I really like.
Yeah, I completely agree. There is like client work that pays the bills, right? Which I enjoy, to certain extent, because, I love what I do. But when I create something for myself, it's like, I can go 12 or 14 hours straight, and it's
exactly 100%. Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah, and the full control, like I decide what's going to happen in that film. I decide about everything. So
and I think that's the main reason why I enjoy it so much, because I have all the creative freedom I want. And if my ideas get rejected, they get rejected by myself and not by someone else, So yeah.
Exactly. Can you tell me, in terms of kind of like London places that you filmed, is there any tips for filmmakers, basically, like, because I see, for example, I'm looking at the year 2038, and it's quite empty. So was it like early in the morning, or what would you recommend for like a production like this?
Yeah, for this video 2038, it wasn't that early in the morning, but it was literally right next door, next to my apartment. So and it's a place where I knew not a lot of people, went through that place. So it was quite easy, and I wanted something that would be easy to shoot in. But usually when I shoot my videos, whether it's music videos or other stuff, I don't shoot outside that much. Usually we rent out spots that we can shoot in. It's nice to be in a controlled environment, because if you shoot outside, especially in London, you never know, how many people are going to be there. people in the way, people are going to be staring at you, which is, I don't mind it, but maybe the people you're working with, they don't feel comfortable with that. And you want to be in a place where everyone feels comfortable to express themselves and be able to work hard and make things happen.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It looks cool though, but yeah, controlled environment in terms of everything, including lights and sound and noises.
Exactly.
It's great. So you said you like Marvel movies, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
Why do you think that these kind of movies are such a huge hit, like worldwide? Is it because this is something that just doesn't exist, but we would like to be superheroes, or we would like to have superheroes? Or why do you think, like, when kids or adults, like, why do you think they love it so much?
Well, first of all, I'd love to be Spider-Man. I've always wanted to be a superhero. So that is why I love these movies. But I think, overall, these kind of movies, they're very visually very, very appealing and attractive. So when you watch these Marvel movies, you're going to be in for a treat, when you watch how all the visual effects, all the sceneries. So that's very appealing. And also, I think you said it, because it's something that doesn't exist. It's a way for people to escape this reality that we're in and just be in something completely new.
I would say limitless.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, endless possibilities, and I think that's what attracts people to these movies.
Yeah, definitely. Would you be happy to be part of it? What are your goals? Like,
100%. That's I would say that's my that would be my end goal. To be honest, I would love to be involved in any way, shape, or form in a Marvel or DC movie. The goal would be to direct one of those one day.
Mm-hmm.
But if they need a new Spider-Man, I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, you never know.
Exactly. I mean, I am a big fan of open mind and thinking out, like, outside of this world and dream big. So yeah,
yeah. And that is why I fell in love with the process of creating visual effects. I personally get to create a world that I control, and that I know I can do anything, everything, anything, and everything with it. And as I said before, endless possibilities, and that's why I really enjoy whenever I get a new video, whether it's a music video, whether it's a short film. I love spending time trying to figure out how to implement this effect, what effect is going to make sense for this scene, and this and that. And that's what that makes it super interesting for me as well.
Yeah, and that's, I think, a huge part of being an artist, and kind of like changing the way you do things. Because if you just did like the same thing over and over again, I think it would be boring for you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mentioned music videos, and you told me before this conversation that you want to get more into music videos. So is this your biggest passion, and you want to go this direction, but still applying visual effects to music?
Yeah, 100%. I've dabbled into music videos only recently. I would say like a year ago. I love the process of making a music video because it can be the most tiring and stressful thing to do, but it's still very enjoyable. And I think the biggest struggle that I'm facing right now is that I have a bunch of crazy ideas that I want to do for music videos, right? But I haven't earned that trust from artists yet to make that happen. And because I haven't had a music video that blew up on the internet yet. And people trust numbers. They want to see numbers, like the recent music video that we've done. How many views does it have? and I haven't done big numbers yet. And I think when people will see that I can bring something special to the plate with all the crazy ideas that I have and the visual effects, I think um, I'll feel more free, when it comes to making music videos. Because right now, I I feel like all of my ideas have been rejected so far, and the main reason, always the same reason, is yeah, that's great, but we're just gonna keep it simple and just shoot in everything in one location. And I just don't like this. It's an excuse that I really don't like. Because I feel that, it's just like limiting yourself to doing only one thing, uh, whilst you could be going all out and making sure that this music video is going to be sick and crazy, and that it's going to draw a lot of attention. Um, but I'm still enjoying the process of like step by step, small incremental steps, and eventually I'll get there. And yeah, it's all about enjoying the process at the end of the day.
Exactly. And I love when you said you're not there yet. So that we're like, you didn't have viral music videos yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that word "yet" is very important. Like, if you just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing great, like, in my opinion. So tell me about your client work. So you're going into music videos, but do you do like also commercials or anything for like businesses, or you want to focus on more like a creative, artistic way?
So basically, I have a business on the side that I run with a business partner, and we focus on event videos, lifestyle, corporate stuff. Basically all of the business side of things, that needs video. We specialize in that. And it's good to have this business on the side, so I can also myself focus on what I really like, which is short films and music videos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good to have this side of like having client, corporate work, just to be financially free, and being able to fully focus on developing my career as a music video director, or like film director.
Yeah. Agreed. Same here.
Yeah.
And so again, I would like to see more from you on your YouTube channel. So maybe you can publish. But I know how much time has to go into it, and you also are busy with your clients. But speaking of this, can you tell me, like, for example, the year 2038 or the time, like how much time did you spend on editing, to give people idea like how much time it takes to create those effects?
For the video 2038, I remember we shot it so we shot it in the morning, like 11 a.m. and it was ready by like 4 or 5 p.m. because I needed to post it the same day or the following day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very quick process because I knew exactly what effect I wanted for what scene, and that makes it so much easier, when you know in advance what effect are you going to be implementing in the scene. So that way, it was super easy for me to just, like, when I got the footage back, just dive into it, and 5-6 hours of straight of After Effects, and it was done.
Yeah. So that was my next question. So you use After Effects for this?
Yes. Yeah. Mainly After Effects. I'm trying to play with 3D a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to implement 3D stuff in my in the latest music videos that I've done, but it's still at the very amateur level. But yeah, it's all about trying new things in this industry, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, I would wrap this with for anybody who would like to learn visual effects, how much time does it take to, like, from complete beginner to someone, maybe call it professional, but to someone who can start like earning money from it, or basically becoming a professional. Because having said that, we still learn every day. So
Every day,
of course,
always.
you're not finished ever, but to get into a level where the videos will be believable and they will look good. So how many years or months or whatever would you say?
That's a good question. I would say for me personally, it took about, I would say 3-4 years, just to get to that level of confidence. Confidence comes from like repeated action. So you have to make sure that you're consistent. If you want to learn visual effects, you have to every day try and do like a short sequence of even like 5 seconds of a visual effect that you've seen in someone else's video, in a movie, in a series. And if you do that every day or consistently throughout the week, then you can get there pretty quickly. And then when I was in high school, that's where I started trying visual effects. And it was hard because obviously I had to focus on high school and everything else. But if you're fully committed, if you do that every day, you can get there pretty easily. It's all about commitment and consistency, to be honest. So yeah.
So, and you mentioned that you want to be the director, basically, which you are as well. But so will you be the director that does visual effects as well, or if you think like in the very big future, like do you want to focus on directing, or you also want to be part of the visual effects like forever?
Well, it's a very good question, because I really, as I've told you before, the visual effects bit is one of my favorite things to be involved in. And I think long term, I'd love to be, full on like directing, but I wouldn't mind sitting down with the visual effect artist or team, just to see how they do things. Because obviously my main focus right now is just to be directing. And I've been on set last year on a short film. That was my very first professional short film. And I just love the experience of being able to, work as a team and make something come to life, to fruition. That was a really, really cool experience. And I want to have more of that. So my main goal is to focus on directing and all the intricacies that goes with the role of being a director. But obviously I'll always be open to learning more about visual effects and, sitting down with people that have way more experience than I do, and learn from them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, directing first and visual effects still on the priority list, but on the side as well.
So thank you so much. It was so cool to talk to you. And
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan right now. So I hope you're going to publish more, or, just keep focusing on what you want, what you feel, what makes you happy, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like I don't know about YouTube right now, but Instagram, I always, try and post like my latest work, or, stuff that I do for myself as well. So I feel like Instagram is easier for me to show my work, but YouTube is definitely, there will be a comeback on YouTube. I don't know when, but there will definitely be. But for now, it's going to be only Instagram for now.
So yeah, thank you so much, TEDJ.
Thank you for having me, Nicole. It was a really good conversation.
Yes, loved it. I hope we inspired a lot of people. So that was,
I hope so.
kind of the point as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes, I wish you a nice day, and let's go back to work.
Thank you. Let's go. Thank you, Nicole.